thought I'd do a go live as well as doing it as a video. Anyway, I want to talk about part 3 of the ethics, the postulates. And in part 3 it says, the human body can be affected in many ways by which its power of acting is either increased or diminished, and also in other ways which do not increase or diminish that same power of acting. Okay, so if I can tell you what this means, the human body can be affected in many ways. That means that it can be, how can I put this, both enhanced and diminished in power. And you can do that in many, many ways, many, many emotions. On checking my video, I realised I'd missed something. When I talk about the power of acting, I was thinking about emotions, but actually there are obviously physical powers of acting. I missed it out, sorry. They can be affected by many ways. You can physically do something, use your body, do something. You can see something, you can hear something, you can taste something, you can smell something, you can touch something. These are all powers of acting. So when we are using our senses, we are acting. And because they are senses, they are adequate. What we do with our senses is adequate. What we think with our mind can be inadequate. That's how it happens. And they can increase or diminish, and also another way which does not increase or diminish that same power of acting. So when something doesn't increase or diminish your power, it hasn't affected you. So it hasn't physically touched you, or it hasn't touched your emotions. If you are impartial to rocks, then somebody telling you that somebody stood on a rock, you wouldn't care about. But if somebody stood on a rock and you loved rocks, and you were identified with a rock, and you felt that rocks might have some form of emotion, then you might be upset about it. The human body can undergo many changes and nevertheless retain impressions or traces of objects, and consequently the same images of things. So the human body can undergo many changes. Well, one of them is aging. I'm a granny, so age, yes. But we never step in the river twice. There's that saying from way back. Everything's always changing. So your body is constantly changing. And it also retains impressions of or traces of objects. That means that everything we experience, we have a memory of. And that's all it's talking about, memory. That's what we know, what we've recorded, what affects us, how it affects us, etc.